Well, we have a week of spring-like warmth, and another big spring storm taking aim at Minnesota by the end of the week could bring rain, thunderstorms, and snow. Of course, the mild weekend really doing a number on our snowpack. This is what it looked like 5 days ago. Of course, after that fresh snow late or midweek last week, that's all but vanished, other than some snow piles and areas in the shade. And we'll get rid of that today and tomorrow too. Temperatures are going to be easily well into the 60s, even some 70-degree readings in west central Minnesota. In fact, the high-resolution rapid refresh model goes a little high on these temperatures, but just to give you an idea, it's going mid-70s for some places in western Minnesota and upper 60s to near 70 in the Twin Cities. I think we'll stay shy of that, but just gives you an idea of the kind of warmth we're looking at today. Red flag warnings too for western Minnesota, dry air, and these are areas that didn't get the recent snowfalls, so things are drier there. Relative humidity will be 10 to 20% heading into the late afternoon, combined with some gusty winds, so elevated fire danger here across western Minnesota. Wind gusts as high as 30-40 miles an hour too, ahead of a cool front that will drop the temperatures tonight into tomorrow, but really just cooling us off to normal for one day only. So that front is off to the northwest. Ahead of it, we've got the mild air, some high clouds moving across the state, filtering the sun out, but otherwise a very mild day for us today with those temperatures well into the 60s, if not some 70-degree readings again to the west. So the winds will pick up and switch out of the northwest overnight tonight as that cold front slides through. So pretty breezy overnight, and we're going to drop the temperatures back below freezing statewide tonight. In fact, far northern Minnesota, War Road and Roseau might even drop a degree or two below zero. So pretty potent little chunk of cold. Upper 20s though here in southern Minnesota. And tomorrow again, low 40s. That's still above normal slightly. The normal high tomorrow is 40, so it'll be a degree or two above it even. 30s and 20s to the north, and then already by Wednesday we're in the 50s, 60s Thursday, and Friday we are looking at our first 70-degree reading across much of southern Minnesota, or the second one for some of those places in western Minnesota potentially. So very mild air, and that is playing into the next storm system we're seeing. This next system is way out in the Pacific. This is going to be our potential storm system for Friday into Saturday and Saturday night. It's going to bring a variety of precip, a very classic spring storm. So you can watch as that wave sort of digs in deeper here across the west and then moves up towards Minnesota. The upper level low will be over Lake Superior by Saturday night. So rain first, showers and thunderstorms. There's going to be enough energy for thunderstorms, and then turning to heavy wet snow at some point Saturday. Now the models are favoring northern and western Minnesota for snowfall at this point, but the severe weather outlook is getting awfully close to Minnesota, eastern Iowa into southern Wisconsin for Friday into Friday night. So right now it doesn't look like severe weather here, but some thunderstorms anyway. This is a measure of instability or energy. We call it CAPE, convective available potential energy for thunderstorms, and some pretty decent values here across southern Minnesota. So the European model forecasting lightning at 10 p.m. Friday night here across much of southern Minnesota and also in the northwest. But again, we are going to see a changeover to some snow too as colder air comes in behind that system. Very mild all week, except for tomorrow where we'll see normal temperatures. But then some colder air does slide in Saturday into Sunday. That's what will turn the rain to snow and drop those temperatures overall into next week too. But models really in decent agreement to favor northwest Minnesota for some heavy snow, and still some snowfall here in southern Minnesota, but the heavy snow may be off to the north and west. But that's still several days out, and certainly things could change. It's about 67 for the high today. The record is 66, set just 10 years ago, so we may break that. Closer to normal temperatures briefly tomorrow, and then back to the mild stuff Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And again, yeah, our first 70 looking very possible Friday with late day thunderstorms into the overnight. Rain turns to snow Saturday. Way too early to try to pinpoint any totals at this point, but temperatures will drop through the day Saturday. And Sunday will be a little reality check. Temperatures just above freezing, so definitely colder. And overall, closer to normal temperatures next week, which means mostly 30s and 40s.